Good evening, good afternoon, good morning, depending on where you are listening to me. I would have just allowed this to go, to slide, ordinarily. But they said when falsehood is repeated several times, and if it goes unanswered, it takes up the garb of truth. People think it's the truth. There's one melody, Robinson Evans, who, not well cultured, who lies and manufacture lies. I think that with these lies, they can deter and drown the truth. Ordinarily, I did not want to join issue with the people of Buguma because of the long-standing relationship between my father and them, and between myself and them. But I have to set the record straight. And in doing that, maybe some people will be offended. But there's nothing I can do, because when Melody was asked to come to social media to chew out her lies, nobody stopped her from doing so. First, she's a nobody, and her lies meant nothing to really discerning people. I was the person who rescued Buguma. Buguma did not rescue me. Buguma was engaged in a court battle, and their leader, Occasion Boy, was slaughtered. And they fled Buguma. And they came to beg me in my house. I was president of IYC. I don't belong to their cult. That we should intervene and send peacekeeping to their community. And I told them, look, I'm not involved in your cult activities. And if for almost 2 years, these people were urging me to do something. And finally, when the activities of cultism became unbearable in Rivers State, which a lot of people want to forget, I took it as a responsibility to stop these activities. Not even as IYC president, but as somebody who is capable of doing so. And there are a lot of people, if they're sincere with themselves, will know that Port Harcourt became a war zone between Icelanders of Amainaba Ateke and Kleinsmen, they bam, they well, elegant face, and black hats. Port Harcourt was a war zone. People were killed every day. People were demonized. People were humiliated every second of the day in Port Harcourt. If you are living in Degbam zone, Kleinsman zone, you cannot go to where Germans are staying. You cannot go to their land. You can't go to where Icemen are. So that was what Port Harcourt was. The government could not do anything. The law enforcement people could not do anything. And I took it upon myself. And I came out to stop these unnecessary killing of people in Port Harcourt, on the streets of Port Harcourt. And I clearly stated the IYC should not be brought into it. It's a personal battle between me and these forces of darkness. The same thing when these forces of darkness appeared in Obibo in the name of IPOB and ESN. And look at the people of Rivers State on the face and declare the governor of Rivers State, then governor of Rivers State, Sidi Years of Wike wanted. At that time, I was not in talking terms with the end of the week. But I saw it as an affront, because tomorrow they will say that, we even came to Rivers State and killed your governor, nothing happened. Or we caught your governor, nothing happened. I went to Obibo and I gave them, why? Why? Till today they are crying. Till today they are crying. They know me. It's not social media. I dealt with them, and the government acknowledged the fact. When kidnappers took over our road, in Moha, Kalabari Road, and everybody, nobody, the security forces could not do anything. Security men were being killed, policemen were killed, military men were killed, were kidnapped on that road. And people were dying daily, people were kidnapped daily. I volunteered, nobody paid me. Nobody gave me a dime. I volunteered and went there. And today that road is peaceful. When the waterways were no longer safe and people could no longer go home at Bile, at Bonny, all over Calabar land, people were taking gunboats, 2.5 million. If they are going to Kola, they are going to K, they are going to Abese. Nobody is paying me, I'm saying it. I put my boat on the river. The least amount of money we spend a day is 6 million to fuel boats on the river. If we go out to full capacity, it goes more than 10 million. Nobody pays us. Some people make promises. December, people are going on, they make promises. The money they brought, 2.5 million, is not even up to 1 day patrol. We are patrolling. They said Bonny chairman is with nothing. And we never bothered. We never called them to fight. Why didn't you do nothing? Agricultural chairman will do something. They didn't. We didn't call them. We did our job. Degima chairman brought 2.5 million. Asari chairman brought 5 million. Which is not up to a day's patrol. When we do things, we do it selflessly. I went headlong and confronted these people. A battle that did not concern me. Throughout my days in the university, I never joined any cult. I'm bigger than cult. See, I always tell people I'm an Amakri. And they say, are you the only Amakri? Yeah. As God will have it today, I am the only Amakri now. Rabbi Amakri the first. Yeah? When they look, what we say with our mouth has power. There is power in what we say, in the spoken word. And each time I say, is it the only Amakri? He's too arrogant, he's too blah blah that. Okay. Okay. But today God has confirmed me. God has confirmed me, stamped me, sealed me, put the seal on me. Amakri, Rabbi Amakri, the first, a minor ball of the source. Elen Kalawari Tosa. The first amenable in the history of this world, the first amenable of Tosama. So, Melody, you are too small. It is me who protect. Buguma people call me. Although I think he's still alive. Calaboy is alive. Founder is alive. Every is dead. Chiawo, where is this other one? Our brother, they are alive. Blackie is dead. These people came to beg me for protection. And the first 5 rifles they took to Buguma to chase Icelanders out of Buguma was my rifles. I gave them money. I gave them 200,000. They took open boat and they went to Buguma. I was so afraid. So when you don't know story, you open your gutter mouth to start to talk. Call my name, Asari, that Buguma protected me. We worked together. I was at the house of Jamato. Jamato's wife is a Buguma woman, she's alive. It was after the military attack that we went to Oporota. We went to Oporota. When we were at Oporota, there's somebody here. He will tell you what happened at Oporota. It was live there. If you want other people, more people, we can bring them. And we went to Oporota. We were at Oporota. You people were stealing. And it is incompatible with our rules of engagement as soldiers. And we decided to leave you people at Oporota and move to Anangolo. At Anangolo, you still come to Anangolo, and we're hearing you are still looting your houses in Buguma. And we decided to move to Agbama, the Fort Boro, the highest barrack. Saying if Buguma person does not enter boat, we barred Buguma people to go to Okrika. The final battle at Okrika and at Isaka. No Buguma person was in the boat. We barred them because our experience at Angolama when we came back from Angolama and when the military attacked us at Obakri, where Angelo and other people died, so that people stole. Somebody stole from a provision shop cigarette and so on, and people took the cigarette and smoked, and we lost many of our soldiers in the military attack. And when it was discovered that this was what we were crying and shouting against, I decided to totally part way with you people and barred you people from participating in any further battle. They're alive. Fonda is alive. Calaboy is alive. Others are alive. I barred you people. So sad. So, having said that, how many Buguma people were in the war boat? We went to Okrika, the final battle, we went to Okrika with 63 boats. No single Buguma boat was allowed to go. I told them that if they see any Buguma boat, they should sink it. If they see any Bakana boat, they should sink it. Because the cult element were in Bakana and they were committing atrocities. They were in Buguma and they were committing atrocities. And we placed a ban on people, boats coming from Bakana and Buguma, except Bakana people that were with us in the camp went to Krika. Najama Amadaba of Imbiama and others. Chief Balo Aliga, But the people who went with us. But no boat was allowed to come from back. We went with 63 speedboats to Krika. You open your mouth and that movement, people. Was I protecting and providing food for you people, or even you that was talking? Was I not the one feeding you? I was the one feeding almost all the people in Oporota. Now everybody, I was the one feeding you. No single speedboat. I was the one providing transport for you people in home. I was the one feeding all of you. Immediately I left you, almost all their people, Henry, Blackie, almost all their people died. Almost all of you died. Why? Because of the criminal activities that your men were involved in. Nikki is alive. It's so sad. You come to. Were you feeding yourself? With food. We'll bring bags and bags of rice, Gary. We'll send to Buguma to the old people who could not go to farm, who could not do anything. We are feeding the people in Okorota. We are feeding the people in Buguma who could not go to work for fear. We don't want to talk about this thing. But it's so sad that people paid you to come and talk rubbish. Having said that, we'll come little by little. I will break it down. When I finish, somebody who was at Okorota will talk. Was there, was injured, was one of the custom officers. Now you claim that Buguma own land. A lot of your elders are not telling you the truth, and you don't read, so you cannot know the truth. They tell you a lot of lies. Let me educate you. Akiwabi and others, Fotombia, Vasol Chief Alaji Ibrahim Fobra Alex and others for oooo, Boma, oooo, Boma compound of Buguma. And the judgment by JSC, Justice of the Supreme Court, Wifo, who read the lead judgment for the justices of the Supreme Court. He said, this appeal deals, listen, if you have the brain to listen, this appeal deals essentially with the effect of an out-of-court settlement of an action by the parties thereto. There is a peculiarity with such a settlement, even when not made an order of court. In subsequent litigation between the same parties or their privies over the same subject matter, the focus should be on the settlement as a foundation of the cause of action. When this is appreciated, the court should examine the terms of settlement in relation to the suit to ascertain what should be the area of concern for its resolution. The appeal came from a decision of the Court of Appeal Port Harcourt given on the 5th of November 1989. The plaintiff commenced an action on 6 October 1973 in a representative capacity of the oooo Boma compound against the first defendant, in his personal capacity in respect of a parcel of land and claimed two relief, namely 7 million as special and general damages and 2 perpetual injunction. On the application of the second set of defendants, leave was granted them on 17 February 1975 to join as co-defendants in a representative capacity of Tombia Town. Their ground was that they allotted the land in dispute as part of their land to the first defendant, while the plaintiff called their land a Hele, of which they claim that the land in dispute forms part. The second set of defendants called their land Tombia Pri or Ekule Pri, while the plaintiffs claim that the land in dispute is situated in Degema division. Listen, the plaintiff, that is Buguma people, claim that the land in dispute is situated in Degema division. The defendant, that is Tombia people, the defendant, the initial defendant, the defendant says it is in Kalabari division, the Tombia people. The trial judge, Pawai Ogosu AG, acting chief judge, gave judgment for the plaintiffs on the 23rd April 1982. He found that the defendant committed trespass, that Tombia people committed trespass, and awarded damages of 3 million. No, awarded damages of 3,000. They claimed 7 million. He awarded 3,000 damages against them. He also granted injunction sought. This decision was affirmed by the Court of Appeal. See also CDM Okochi vs. Chief Anekwoi, 2003. I shall identify what the plaintiff asserted as entitling them to the relief they sought and make brief comments where necessary from the statement of claim. It may be said that the plaintiff averred the following broad fact: that the ancestors owned the land called Aile from the time immemorial, and that they inherited it from their said ancestors. This is contained in paragraph 3 in these words and no more. The plaintiffs are owners in possession of the land, a portion whereof is the subject matter of this action, having inherited same from the ancestors, the owners thereof from time immemorial. B, that there were some court decisions in their favor against the defendant in respect of the land. Judgment in Calabar Native Court, suit number 321/46 and suit number 352/46 consolidated, which on appeal to Port Harcourt and Degema Magisterial District in case number D/42A/26 and further to the Supreme Court, equivalent of High Court of the above judicial division in case number A/18A/27 was upheld. See paragraph 5 and 6 of the statement of claim. C, that in spite of those decisions, the defendants commenced another case in the said Supreme Court, suit number A/4/48, but that Chief Jacob Tom Princeton and Macri the 7th of Calabar intervened to have the matter settled out of court, to which both parties agreed, for the sake of peace and good neighborliness, and this led to the fixing of a new boundary between the plaintiff and the second set of defendants with pillars. It is averred that the said boundary overlooked an earlier boundary fixed by Chief Kenny and Makri, the deceased. Chief Kenny and Makri, deceased. Chief Kenny and Makri, deceased. Is Amakri the fourth? Fifth. Chief Kenny and Makri the fourth of Kalabari, and gave away more land to the said plaintiff, to the said defendant as regards the settlement. It is pleaded as part of paragraph 8 and 9, and the document evidencing the said settlement was duly executed by the said Chief Justice Prince Amakri the seventh and the other chiefs and persons who together with him effected the settlement as well as by the parties. The plaintiff will rely on the said document. Since the aforesaid settlement, the said defendants and their people respected the rights of the said plaintiffs and their people until November 1973, when it was noted by the plaintiff that some unknown persons or person had cleared a portion in dispute in this action and deposited sand and gravel and other materials therein. See also Nigerian Army versus Major Jacob Ehela, 2008. LLJRO, slide Supreme Court. If I may remark at this stage, there is no evidence as to how the ancestors of the plaintiff became owners. There is no evidence as to how the ancestors of immemoriality that can be relied on, except that in the judgment in consolidated native court suit number 321 slide 46 and number 352 slide 46, admitted as Exhibit F, page 309 to 310 thereof. The court made finding that King Amakri 1, your elders will never tell you the truth. This is evidence Buguma people gave in the court. Your fathers gave in the court. You are now smarter than your fathers. Your fathers gave in the court. You are now smarter than them. Impossible. Thereof, the court made finding that King Amakri 1 located Buguma people on the land in dispute, and King Amakri 4 located Tombia people where they are now. Buguma person was not in that court. Abonima person was not in that court. Bakara person was not in that court. Obama person was not in that court. It is you. Look at it. So go and look at this thing. Native Court Suit number 321 slide 46 and Native Court Suit number 352 slide 46, admitted as Exhibit F, page 309 to 310 thereof. The court made finding that King Amakri 1 located the people of Buguma on the land in dispute, and King Amakri 4 located Tombia people where they are now. It got to a point that the boundary between the two was no longer valid, owing to encroachment thereof, which led to King Amakri V, alias Kenny, to establish another boundary between the two. The relevant portion of the said finding shall be reproduced later in this judgment. The claim in suit number 321 slide 46 reads, the plaintiff claim claim a declaration that as members of the Owerebos family of Buguma village, they are entitled to a right of occupation, possession, and the use of the land of bush, commonly known as Eile, situated within the Buguma land or bush, and that the defendants, without the knowledge and permission of the plaintiff, allotted the said Eile land or bush to the Christ Army Church and Delta Passionate Mission for the purpose of erecting a central school for Tombia. Injunction was also sought in a similar vein. The Tombia people in suit number 352/46 claim for a declaration of right and title of occupancy, possession and use of land, bush known and called as Saba-Oro Da'a alias Tombia Pri, situated at the extended from Tombia, being properly originally occupied, possessed, and used by the people of Tombia for about 62 years. At that time, in 1946, injunction was also sought. See also AG, Federal Government vs. AG, Abia State and others, 2024, LJROSC. Another judgment was for the Buguma people, the present respondents. A close study of the entire proceeding does not quite clearly reveal where physically the said new boundary drawn between Buguma people and Tombia people and the present appellants by Kenny Amakri was established, except what the court said it found as a boundary line with palm trees planted by Tombia people. It is therefore no wonder that another action in suit number A/4/48 was instituted by Buguma people against Tombia people at the Supreme Court Aba Judicial Division, claiming damages of £300 for trespass and an injunction. It was following this development that a peaceful settlement was arrived at and recorded in a document and signed by all necessary parties as per Exhibit B. The appellant as defendant generally claimed in their statement of defense that they owned the land in dispute. They admitted the previous judgment of the Calabar Native Court, but denied that the land in dispute now formed part of the land that was the subject matter of those Native Court suits. They further admitted that Chief Prince and Macri, the seven, intervened and made a settlement for the parties, but that the boundaries between the parties was established with Odundum tree and not cement pillars. They also pleaded that the boundaries established in the said agreement by Amakri the Seven added a distance of 1,216 feet in favor of the appellant to the boundary earlier fixed by Kenny Amakri, stretching from Tombia toward Buguma. Now, the judgment is very clear. The finding of the courts is very clear. Very, very clear. The finding of the courts is very clear that King Amakri 1 located Buguma people on the land in dispute, and King Amakri the 4 located Tombia people where they are now. This is the judgment, as the court pleases.
So be it.
You see, a lot of us, we tell our children lies. We don't tell our children the truth. You can go and Google Akiwabi and others of Tombia and Alaji Ibrahim Alex, Alaji Ibrahim Fubra Alex and others for the Boma family of Buguma. The judgment is there, you can find it in Law Global Org Lead Judgment Report. Law Global Org Lead Judgment Report. You can go there and find it. Law Global Org Lead Judgment Report. The lead judgment was read by JSC oooo. You can go and read. You can go and read it. It's there. It is a settled matter. There is no argument on it. So Amakri settled Buguma there, and King Abe settled according to the Supreme Court judgment, which evidence was adduced by both Buguma and Tombia in the court at the Supreme Court. That is the one that we have used to floor the judgment we have had, you know. We have used to floor Atala, and we are going to floor them again. So just be careful. Don't let us go that route. Now, you crossed over. You see, when people think that might is right or rascality is right, I will bring the other judgment, the Ogo Prince family and Buguma people went to court, and judgment was given in favor of Ogo Prince family, and a boundary was drawn, which even the Buguma people accepted that this is the true position. They did not appeal, and we have been living peacefully. After the courtism and the court battle and we left, Buguma people, 2-3 rifles, some boys, they started harassing all the settlements on that island. And they started chasing them out. Our graves were desecrated. Our graves were desecrated. You go there now, our fathers' graves are there. Go there now, the graves are there. They desecrated our grave, uprooted them, uprooted economic trees, burnt houses, debased our women, old women who were living there, and drove them out. But government, knowing that government know that these people own this land, they allowed them to be. So on our government record, it's clearly stated that these people own this land. Now, what is in contention that I went to, they now jumped over Arisinama and Opobenuama and crossed the river, the Legba River, and went to Akidiama. Not on the same island though. I think we are going to go to the river and show how, you see, when people talk, you think you can talk and and they crossed over. We didn't know they were the ones who crossed over. I was there in my palace when Dial 2 leadership, the chairman, Dambi George, including founder and Calaboy, they came and pleaded that our family, the Ogo Prince family, and 10 Buguma people should take action, and other communities in Dial 2 should take action that Tantita has gone to build a post at Akidama without consulting the management of Dial 2. Yeah. Calaboy was there. founder was there. And we even joke aloud. And I said, oh yeah, you people should carry out, go and picket these people. And they went. Women of all the community, not just one community. There was no body from Royal Fuche that went there. The women were beaten, they were brutalized. At that time, Calaboy and this thing. Now, this is not the first time. The son of the Amarabo of Buguma, one Tobins, is hand in glove with Antita. He went and erected one at Amagorojo. That was around last December. And his own Buguma people went and destroyed the place. They fought and several people were injured. It was on social media that Buguma was being attacked by Tantita. It is the same Tobins because his own Buguma people will not allow him to build the Tantita post on Buguma land. Crossed over to Akidama. Akidama never had any litigation whatsoever with Buguma or with their nearest neighbor opposite on the same island with Buguma. Arisinama and Opebenibama, they've never had any litigation. And Buguma jumped over these people who had decided court cases, judgment in their hand, to their portion of land, that gave them the right, legal right of occupying to their land, that they jumped over these people. And funny, look, you can move from Akidi and Ma on foot to Buguma Cemetery. From Buguma Cemetery, you can move on foot to Bekitri, which is now being called Jojama. Now, the question I want to ask, if Akidama, that they have crossed over, belong to Buguma, in Bentari Prikrobo Promogoania, which Purite Tatari Kroye, which put there enter first. So if they are claiming that Akidama is their own, when they just move about 400 meters, they will be at Buguma Cemetery, government property, of Asari Dokubo property. Akidama is not even in Degama local government. Akidama is in Asari Dokubo local government. Buguma Cemetery is in Asari Dokubo local government. Bekikri is in Asari Dokubo local government. Why Buguma is in Degama local government? So they crossed over. How does it concern you? Today, as I'm talking to you, DSS invited the management of Dial 3 for Dial 2 for a meeting at the DSS office in Port Harcourt on this matter. What involved me? But they must call my name. And Melody, one small girl that was eating my food. Because there was no food, they were not working. Every week, the few people that they drove from Buguma every week were sending them rice, beans, curry in Buguma. That Buguma eat me. So why did I leave up Porota to come to Obama? All the major battles that we fought took place at Alabama. Ipokolo, Okrika, Isaka, all the major battles we fought took place at Agbama. Did you people have one stick? Can you afford to buy one stick? You now call your savior that you were asking me. So you don't even know, because where I stayed at the end of the day, where I stayed that they came to bomb me, it was here on Buguma land. It's Agbama on Buguma land. It's Abakaligam on Buguma land. It's Edikri on Buguma land. It just come. Because can you talk to even those small boys in Buguma like this and still be alive? Call their name. Those small called boys in Buguma. Melody, can you call their name and be alive? Because I don't do anything to anybody. By our rules of engagement, you are too small for me. We only engage those in battle. That's why every rat, every cockroach will come and abuse me now. The people who abuse me will not see what happened to them elsewhere. If those people can go and get somebody and deal with the person, you think it's me. But I cannot go to that level. I've never done it, I've never done it. Abuse not be abuse. At the end of the day, I will jump and pass. Eh? The people will know the truth and they will tell you are lying. Look at it. You can go, I've quoted, if you want, we'll put it on this thing so that you read it. You go and read the judgment. We'll put the judgment on this thing.
Post it.
No comment section now also. The judgment. So that you can read it and see that King Amakri 1 settled the woman and King Amakri 4 settled from there. It's terrible, it's horrible. I don't want to talk because, like I said, the relationship, my great-grandmother stayed in Buguma. That was her own town. When my father's family left Elim Calabar, they went straight to Buguma. They settled at Buguma. Your elders know this thing, they don't tell you this story. They settled in the same place in Buguma. Where Buguma Secondary School is, that is where the Taria compound people settled. When government wanted to build the Buguma Secondary School, they came to Taria, a full garden of Taria, headed by the then Justice Okubo in Taria. That look, oh, they want to build secondary school, and there was not enough land in Buguma. And our father said, you are free to use the land. We're not using it. Take it. Every sincere person in Buguma can tell you this story. That's how close we were. When Tobia was having crisis when Tobia was having crisis with Buguma, my cousin Ivan Staria was vice principal of GTC Tobia. Tobia people mobbed him and nearly killed him, accusing him that he's a spy for Buguma for simply being a Taria compound man. For simply being a Taria. That's our relationship with Buguma. Not only that, the Ogo family had a special relationship with Buguma. The Ogo himself, who is my great-grandfather, had a special relationship with Buguma. So it will be wrong. You people can do it. I cannot do it. You people can do it. Me, I cannot do it. He has a special relationship with Buguma. And that special relationship led to their settling side by side. Even though he was the son of the king, he settled side by side with Buguma people, which led to the foundation of Alice Ikwere and Jacob Princeway. Now, all that you think about is spending penny, cover, petroleum money, petroleum money. We have gone beyond that. We are looking for mega money. We are not on the same level with you people. Mega money is what we are looking at. Mega money. The earlier you come out from that picnic mindset, your poverty mindset, and start to be entrepreneurial, start to think, you not progress. You people kill the best of Buguma people because of oil money. With people like Major Abakri and others. For what? And today you have expanded your violent empire. Akedama, they've never had any problem with you. You now give a name to Akedama. If somebody now stay and give a name to you people, if Akedama people now stay somewhere and say Buguma is Ekulama. And somebody else say is Ekulekili, and they tell you that's Ekulama, it's our own, we want to come. This is only one person that has the prerogative to inflict pain on other people. Your fathers, everybody know. And the Amanabot should hold his son, restrain him. His appetite for money is too much. About how many Decembers ago when the Atantita post was attacked in his place, he can no longer put it. He went to other people. Soft spot, a soft environment, so that he can. Oh, these people, they cannot talk. And the old people, it was the old Dial 2 that decided to confront them. That it's not possible. The same thing that Dial 3 is doing now. How can you come and build a post without consulting the people who own the land? You have no claim whatsoever to Akedama. Please stop this nonsense. You are speaking and shouting, lying will not save you. People know the truth, they are alive. Buguma people secured me. How? We fought side by side. Yes, they were my subordinates. And they will fight to protect me, which is natural. As the head of the group, I've never gone to any boat with a Buguma person in my boat. Because if Mela Guama, I don't want to Guama. I don't want to Baragon. I don't want all those things to happen. Furu. Furu is against our rules of engagement. Call that Odugo and Osman was member. Melody, that's important there.
Okay, that's in there. Yes, that's on that
Yeah,
way.
yes.
What's that there? Good evening, good afternoon, good morning.
In the car, I'm not sure.
Good evening, good afternoon, good morning. The person we'll be speaking is Super Teramagaios.
Bridge.
Great. So, let me tell you the things happening Aprota Okrota, yes. That girl is talking lies, big lies. So I want to explain it here. I don't know whether she's from Buguma, but I know they are paying her to talk rubbish. So let me teach her about Okrota and Anangolo. And the one, look at my hand. Look at my hand. You see my hand? I mean, one of them. Okrota and Anangolo, I want to teach her more better. Ere is a life weakness. Then, what is the name? I'm forgetting his name. Calaboy and Nikki and Founder is a life weakness. Blackie is dead. Founder is a life weakness. Go and ask her, finish, go and ask Founder. Founder just left now 2 weeks ago. So Okrota and Anangolo, yeah, those people that I mentioned come and beg Taurus Ramapi. He's a king now, Taurus Ramapi. And went there and begging to fight for him, to fight for them. 5 of the basis of them to support to Taurus Ramapi, to fight for them. So they are not bringing out gun, no nothing. So we went to Anangolo. After we went to Anangolo, they are stealing upon stealing. Then begging us to leave, begging us to stay because our king will want to leave from that side because of the stealing. So they are stealing. We went to because of the stealing. We went to Anangolo. They are come there begging him to stay there. So they are not stealing again. So we should beg our king, say that they are not stealing again. We go to Okrota. We are still for Okrota. So after we are Okrota, we are still stealing. So we went to Obama. It's the last bus stop for Obama. That's the highest barrack. So after that place, all the fight from this attacker with Deba boys from Obama. Now we fight all the strong fight, not from Buguma. So I don't know, this talk rubbish, I don't even know. So when I finish talking, go and ask Founder is a life weakness. Nikki is a life weakness. Calaboy is a life weakness. Go and ask them. Impaka. Eri. All these people there.
Eri is dead.
Okay. So if I finish talking, go and ask them. It's a life weakness. So I don't know what is wrong with this. I'm paying her to come and talk rubbish. So that is the statement of this matter. So I said, let me come and explain to the world.
So, Super Guy's raid. When we dey fight, you are both with the enter. Now, you are self Port Harcourt commander. Sonny Chiba, Simidogi, on Miovori. Yeah. You are the people around me. Did you see any Bukuma person?
No Bukuma person, even single Bukuma person. No there for that boat. No single Bukuma person no there for that boat. So this one she dey talk. I don't know whether she from Bukuma. I don't even know whether this girl is from Bukuma. She never ask something. When they talk nonsense. And those people I call, I read them. Now life weakness, all these people there. So when I don't talk finish, make she go ask them how we carry start from Okrota and Anagulu.
When I go Okrika, any Bukuma boat for on go?
63 boats, no Bukuma person, no single because of the stealing. But we don't like stealing. No Bukuma person, 63 boats, no Bukuma person. But we don't like stealing. So, I make we no involve Bukuma person. But there's a bit steal. After this time, as they're stealing, we say we don't like stealing. We come out there, go Anangolo. After Anangolo, we did there, they don't beg us, say, Mo we come back. We beg, then beg. Later, we come back again. The stealing still go on. Bukuma people, they come meet our king, Tos Ramapri. The stealing still take place after Obama. Now we judge out all they fight them, Nigeria we fight. You know the Bukuma land, you know the Okrota, we fight all these fights. After Obama, all they fight, Nigeria we fight.
So you can, you have heard from anybody who was with us, not super. The injury he got from dynamite explosion on his hand.
Look at me very well. All Bukuma people know they are super.
So it is very sad that people can come and be lying and spreading falsehood. But it's okay. We'll put the record straight. And it's very clear. Go and read the judgment and know that that land which you settled is not even your own. The land was given to you by King Amakwe. And these are the things, this unity and so on, that we don't want in Kalabari. You people keep on. When you bring and we tell you the truth, you will start to so Kalabari people are discriminating against you, we are doing this, we are doing that. No. Buguma is a very important community in Kalabari land. Well, in fact, one of the most important communities. First, I don't use any juju to fight. I don't use any koro to fight. I don't tie koro. I don't do anything. I'm a Muslim. I fight as a Muslim. And my belief is that some people say, when I die, I will marry 72 virgins. Oh, I never even read Solomon on now. Solomon. Is it 700 wives or 300 wives and 700 concubines? I never read that one. Only 72. So I don't have anything. I'm a Muslim. And all of them know. They do their Quran, they do everything. I don't get involved. So you are saying, you know, Buguma, this. If you have that power, why didn't you use it in protecting yourself? That you decimated your community. Even including the Amenawa of the Bakeda. The roof caved in. Maybe today he has come to fix what the house. I came to that community and I addressed you people intermittently to stop stealing and to stop destruction. Melody, everybody in that place eat. Apart from the fish, some of the boys go to bring and sometimes you go to Islam to pick Islam. What contribution were you making when we are talking? You eat our food. We distribute food to the household. Most people ran from Buguma to Okorota. When we left Okorota for Anangolo, most of you ran to Anangolo. As we left Anangolo, the community died. As we left Okorota, the community died. Because you could not stay and sustain that place. I don't know whether Okorota is back today. The community died. Every week we give you portion of food to each household from the food that we have. We are coming to say, when we left you people, Virtually all their strong men died because of this stealing attitude. Please, I am not from Akedama, but you have never had any problem with Akedama people. And you cannot overwhelm them. Nobody will allow you to overwhelm them. How would you pass? You will jump across the Arisinam and Obenibama to go and take their destiny. So stop this nonsense. This was one oil money that has left you to destroy your community. Don't be doing it. It won't help you. Allow Buguma to grow in peace and harmony.